Okay, at this point I'd like to do a quick recap of everything we've gone through so far. If you've been watching these in order, then you know that the purpose of the Flynt-Cooter, well, there are three purposes for its creation. One is to help teachers determine placement for students. The second is to teach young in-service teachers like yourself. I think the text said something like good-looking in-service teachers how to analyze reading. And the third thing is for pre, during, and post testing to determine how successful instruction has been. Okay? Our purpose, of course, being the second one, and a list of characteristics of readers that we can find is also on page 2. We started with the interest attitude survey. You read the question to the student and recorded the answers on the document. And then you took them to the sentences for initial passage selection. There's a different set of sentences for every form. Not for every level, just for every form. So if you choose Form A, then you use the sentences that are associated with Form A, B, and so on. Okay? Then you proceed to the reading passages. Which one did you start with? You started with the highest level of sentences where they made 0 miscues. That's the level that you begin with for the reading passages. And step 1 with the reading passages is a silent reading. You read them the background statement, which established a background but also a purpose for their reading, and then you let them read. You passed them the notebook and they read silently for a while. You watched them briefly to see what they did as they read. Did they use their hand? Were they reading from top to bottom, left to right? Those are things that influence a reader's comprehension, of course. And then while they finished the passage, you looked over the questions and answers so that you would be ready when they did the retelling to determine what they did and did not know and what you needed to ask. Following that retelling and questioning, you asked them to read aloud. You read the statement from the protocol, asking them to read a section out loud, and while they read, you kept a record on the miscue grid. Okay? Right here. You dismissed them briefly so that you could categorize the miscues that they made. You totaled them up, and then you went to the miscue analysis, which is step 3. Okay? You went to the analysis page. You circled their reading behaviors, and then you came directly down here to determine whether the passage was easy, adequate, or too hard for both the silent reading and the oral reading. If it was too hard on either side, then you stop having the student read to you. Instead, you proceed to the 4th part of the reading passages, which is listening comprehension. Okay? Listening comprehension, the directions for it are actually on the back of the examiner's protocol. It's the last page. And for listening comprehension,